Hi there, out here. The other day I was walking in the street and suddenly I got a realization that a lot of business are really old. So, for example, I was walking and there's a small store selling things. It's like, whoa, this kind of business is like, really, really traditional, right? And it got me thinking, like, a lot of things have changed in the last years, especially with technology. And I don't really do anything in the real world to get money. So I was thinking maybe it's a good idea to share with you the ways I've found since I started this since 2012 on how to make money in the virtual world, specifically using Unreal Engine. So a lot of things have changed. Um, I want to start with the first one, which you see here. It's Unreal Marketplace. So Unreal Marketplace has been my home since I believe 2015. And back in the day when I started out, there wasn't any, you know, any competition, right? It was just one page. I was in the front page because there was only one page at that time. And when I started out, I was thinking, hey, maybe I can do this. I don't know, pick up items. No one has done it before. Like, of course, the store is empty, right? And then we added some blueprints. I partnered with RAM, and then we put it in the store, and we forget about it, right? We just model some things, add some mechanics to it, um, and that's it. So we forgot about it, and after like a month, Ram tells me, "Hey, there is $100 in the bank account, and I really don't know what it is, but I think it's uh, the package we put in the marketplace." And back in the day when I was studying in university, that was a lot of money for me because I never worked for somebody while I was in the university. It's not as easy in Latin America, so that was pretty rewarding. So I can continue doing it. Maybe around 8 years later, 7 years later, now you have this story here. There are a lot of products here. You can browse different categories, like for example, environments. Environments is the most popular one. If you want to make something, like for example, this one I think is a really good package. Um, just I just saw it some days ago on Reddit. I think it's great. Um, Environments are hard to make. I believe they are easier. I haven't done any package in a long time, but they're easier to make with Unreal Engine 5 because of the package actors and everything. So environments is a good starting point if you want to create something, you want to make some profit. Um, Environments is a good category uh, because it's hard to make, right? And it takes time. Um, Second category I will recommend you is characters. So characters, as you can see, the quality is not that high. Typically, it's harder to make a good character because of the face and all the things that they have. Very few character artists um, have something like really high quality here. Um, so you have less competition in a way, but it's also a little bit hard because Epic has its own guidelines, and you know, basically you you need to add a rig and everything. So it's kind of tedious. All of this is hard work. There's nothing like, oh, I just model this and put it there. You will need to do a lot of the stuff. So I think characters is the second best category you can go. Um, Third one, props I don't really recommend because there are so many props and you cannot charge too much for one prop, right? It's like, I don't know, this thing become rich. Like um, less than $10, something like that. And I don't really recommend to have really cheap products because the discovery inside the marketplace will depend on the Epic's algorithm. So sometimes your feature, like here, you go to home and you have some showcase, some feature assets. Um, Sometimes, like my own products have been here, and of course, like sales can increase, but usually that's not the case. So unless you have like a YouTube channel like us, or you want to promote your products in other websites, it's really hard to stand out. So I really don't recommend props. They don't really give us much. So I think another category I can recommend, blueprints. I recommend blueprints, but not in the same way you will see here. Um, like for example, you want to create a complete system. You want to add the model and everything, um, things like that. So um, you don't really want like the programmer look. Otherwise, you have a lot of competition like this. So you want to maybe partner with some modelers to create something like um, more appealing to the eye, right? So three categories I recommend. One is environments, of course. The second one it's characters, if you know how to make them. Uh, and the third one, it may be blueprints, but just be aware of it. Okay, the rest ones are a little bit cheap, so you can still make money out of them. You just need more volume. Um, so, for example, this is an example of a nice character we have made. Uh, this was commissioned, so you know it has a lot of detail here, and these kind of characters are expensive to make. This is why you don't see them very often here. Like um, for two other ones, like they really stand out. The other one is like the anime girl. As you say, that one's also art, by the way. I think I should put like there you go. This one is super high quality, made by former Real Games artists. So it's it's really these things are hard to make. It takes months to make. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that you want something high quality is gonna cost you time, either time or money. So just be aware of it. Okay. Um, as far as how much you can get with the marketplace, I believe like for me, I don't have it like it's not my focus anymore. I focus on other things. But if you don't focus that much, you want to make this kind of things like a side job. If you have like a really nice package, you can get like around $100 a month, um, to 200, maybe 300. Um, Not in the lunch day, because in the lunch day you're basically here, so you get a lot of sales in the first day, but the rest of the days it will go down. So what I recommend uh, is typically one product will give you like $100 in my experience every month. So it's you like have like 10 products, and maybe you will have $1,000, which is not a lot for some people. It's a life changer for others, depending on where you live. So just keep that in mind. And that can also change with the package. Some package do very, very well, like more than $100 a month, maybe 300, 400. There are months where we have got like $1,000 a month, some of them $2,000 a month. So, and it's not really our main focus. So, if you want to make money out of Unreal Marketplace, I think it's good um, a good idea. So, another site I recommend it's CGTrader. Um, it's not focused only on Unreal. You can sell any kind of 3D model. In a way, it's easier to sell here. Like for example, you can go model, PBR, 3D models. Uh, to be honest, I don't have much experience here because I don't really want to make models. It just takes so much time. But you know, there are some high quality models here. Like for example, this one is really high quality. Um, as far as how much you can make, I think I can just share my dashboard for this one. For the Epic one, I didn't show because I'm not really sure about it. As you can see, there are some. I have some products here that I already put in the marketplace, but I can also put them here. So for people who don't really use Unreal and they want to have maybe the source files, they want to use Blender or anything, this is a good it's a good idea to put your things here, maybe in the dashboard. There you go. Like it. The last 6 months have like $500. Not bad. Um, it's like you already made it. You can put it in other stores. So this kind of a store I recommend. Like if you're already selling in a real marketplace, and especially it's about 3D modeling, you can also put it here. Sadly, I don't have experience with a Unity store. Actually, I do have, but I'm not really a Unity user, so I don't really spend that much focusing my package in there, um, which make it harder to to sell in the Unity store because I don't have much experience compared to others. So that's why I choose Unreal and this one. Udemy can be a source of income too if your thing is not selling assets. You can teach people how to make things. Of course, that will greatly depend on your experience. In my case, we have had some income coming from our courses in Udemy. We don't really focus on that much because now our courses are on our own website. And the main reason is we have control over what we can put, how long the videos can be made, and this kind of thing, right? But if you have experience, for example, me, I started 2012, so I've done quite a few things over the years. I work in Ubisoft before, so I I just have some experience to share. You can just put things here. Maybe you like to do environments like I do. Maybe you like to do some things. Whatever is it that you're teaching, make sure it's focused on beginners. Back in the day when I made some tutorials, I didn't focus that much on beginners, and everything was like, I think the information was good. It just was not very well delivered. It's something you learn along the years. But if you want to teach something, beginners are actually the most popular ones, and most likely you have something to share. You don't need to make millions here. Um, this maybe can give you $100 a month for a course you make, and you can add it on top of all the things I have shown you before. So another great way to make money is YouTube. YouTube for me is the pillar of everything we do. So in our case, we give all the content for free here, and that's maybe that's how you find us. And this is where we share all our knowledge. Like we put a lot of tutorials. It's quite a lot. So I can show you some statistics here. Back in the day when we started YouTube, we only had like maybe 200 uh, 200 subscribers. I will get like 1 or 2 subscribers every day, and of course we didn't have any income from YouTube. The idea with YouTube is that you just need to keep going and be consistent about this, right? Um, in the long term, you will have more exponential results, such as this one, for example. Let's just take a look at the last 365 days. So you see here, like the views are like 1,000, and that's even much less than when we start out. We start around uh, even less than that. Like if you check 2021, you start like this, like 60 views a day, blah blah, and suddenly something changed in May, and we got a spike of views, and then we continue to be in this trend. Like this is 2021. Then you check 2022, 22, and you have kind of similar behavior here where um, basically you will have like a flat line of views and suddenly you get a spike here. uh, uh, Loading. Let me just refresh this page. But the idea, what I want to share with you is that basically, so you see here like 2022, we're already like 2000, and now you go here to 16,000, right? And then just you have like the new standard here, and then you go up again, and then you have the new standard here. It's pretty much the same as this one. So you want this kind of the spikes. This is not like a linear progression where basically you will um, see all the progress. Sometimes you will feel like you are stuck. So YouTube can be a nice source of income here. Let's check the revenue. Let's just put the last 28 days. If we check the revenue here, you'll see like each month we get different results, right? And when we start out, we used to get only like 100. So YouTube can be a really nice way to get money and also drive traffic to your main business. If you're selling assets, you can redirect people to buy your assets from YouTube. That's also a good thing. Um, of course, you can see each video how it performs. Like, for example, uh, this one have the environment that creating an island has like $195 every month. So I see like um, making these videos is like having assets for me. It's like buying houses. It's like real estate, but in the digital world. Every time you put something in the digital world, it will give you some income. It doesn't give you that much, but if you're consistent, if you can put in things, you will have um, um, good results over the next years. So another great site you can use to get some money is a ArtStation Marketplace. If you're more into art and 3D, you're not necessarily too technical. You can use ArtStation for this. So, for example, you can go to the shop, you can go to the marketplace, and here you can see a lot of things are aimed for artists. So you will see like a different market here. Not so many assets, a lot of utilities to work faster, right? Uh, Reference images are really popular. Um, you have a lot of competition there. Brushes are really popular, and tutorials are really popular here. The next ones, usually, I recommend this place if you already have a following. I don't have that much, so if you check my ArtStation, I don't have that many things here. So, for example, I can just put game art as like some environments I've made. I only have 2,000 followers, but I know some people that have more. So if you as you increase your followers here, especially if you are learning, um, just keep posting things on ArtStation. You will be able to um, gain some followers, and uh, a lot of people that are successful here is because there are people like their art style, and it's like, for example, I want to check some, I don't know. For example, I wanna check this picture. Oh, and this is great. I love this artist. I wanna paint like him. And it's like, I wanna check the store, and sadly he doesn't have any store. Such a shame. Like if this artist were to sell like, hey, this is my brushes I use for make all these paintings that you see here, in your mind you will be, oh, I want to be like this guy. I want to paint like him. Might not as well buy their brushes like for $5 or something. This is typically the the user journey for this. Like, for example, let's just try to find a guy who sells something. I don't know, maybe this one. I'm not sure if you know. Uh, so basically, you will have your store inside here, uh, and you can have some free stuff too. So, for example, I sell a book here called "Healing for Digital Artists." You can get one if you enter my profile, and it's just a nice way to get things. Now, Um, I just want to conclude this talk because we can talk here forever. There are many different ways to get money. You don't necessarily need to create a game and wait 2 years for the game to release to get money. That's also another way. And actually, we're trying to create one game now. We will show more updates soon. Um, but basically, there are so many ways to get money these days. Like you don't you don't really need to go to the traditional route. Like if you don't want to work for uh, Starbucks for whatever reason, like it you feel like it takes too much time or anything, you can always go here to the digital world and try to make something yourself, um, which will still steal time from you, by the way. But think of all this as creating assets. Just think of it like buying houses, real estate. The more you have, the more income you will get from those assets you have bought. So think of it as a contributor to the digital world that we have created over the years. Of course, it's getting more competition over the years, but in my experience, there is always a new market emerging and you will have an opportunity. For example, if I were to have the skills I have today, back in the day when a real marketplace just went out, probably I would have made a lot of money, but I wasn't ready. I was just learning, I had some experience, but that didn't stop me from earning uh, some income from this market. Same with ArtStation Marketplace. The people who have got the most amount of success here were the ones that were pioneers, but were also the ones who were ready for this. Uh, they had the skills, they had the following, people like how they paint, and suddenly just put their brush there and you can sell something. And basic, basically, from an overnight success, if you may call it. Platforms like this come and go, and you will always need to be aware of um, when is a new platform coming. Like whenever you see, oh, we will add a new marketplace to um, this store, this is a great opportunity to show what you can do and just share the stuff you make. Either you teach, either you make a YouTube channel, either you create assets, either you paint and you share how you make your brush strokes or anything. Um, it's always whatever you do, there is a market for it. I believe, just like I told you at the beginning, uh, the way to do traditional business for me, it feels very ancient. I don't know how well to navigate in the real world. I'm more of a digital guy, but maybe you are like me. Maybe you also want to spend more time in the computer creating something. Then these options, maybe you can help you to monetize some. Um, I think that's it. I will see you in the next one. It's the first time I do a video like this, so let me know if it was useful to you, and maybe I will make another one, or just let me know what topic you wanna learn.